So this morning, this morning, I saw this guy. He was jogging, he was jogging by me, synced at a door, and then he kept like stopping and then starting to jog again, like just like stopping and standing on the sidewalk, and then starting to jog again, synced. He would stop, synced, and then start to jog again, synced. He kept doing that, like at a bunch of different, like as I walked by certain doors and crosswalks and whatever, and then he was like stopped, synced, like as I was walking up to the intersection. Then he like starts jogging again when I walk up to the intersection, and then he like stops again when I get across the street or something. And then he like starts jogging again right when I walk up to the door of my apartment building. And he just kept stopping and starting to jog again, synced over and over this morning. I've been seeing a lot of joggers synced lately, like out my apartment window. I've seen like a few joggers the last few days. And then I've seen a bunch of U-turns lately too. Just like recently in the last like few days or last week, I've been seeing a bunch of U-turns, and then I've been seeing a bunch of sync joggers, and then probably a couple other things that have been happening recently on a regular basis. And then there's a bunch of cops on that last video, of course. It was like the entire police force stalking me today. And then at work today, I delivered to a house that was like on the street that I used to live on when I was a kid. One of the houses that I used to live at when I was a kid. And it wasn't the same house, but it was like on the same street. And it, like, the interior of the house is like the same house, kind of. Like, it kind of looks the same as my old house. So it was like another one of those things where it was like, it wasn't the first delivery of the day this time, which it was like a couple weeks ago or whatever. They kept like doing things that was like from my childhood, like delivered to my old apartment and delivered to my dad's old girlfriend twice on 2 different days. I delivered to her the first delivery of the day on 2 different days. And then my apartment building was the first delivery of the day the one day. And then, but this one today though wasn't the first delivery of the day though. But I don't know. It just seemed like another one of those things. So these birds flying over my window right now, synced. So, yeah, my entire paycheck is going to my rent. So, if anyone can hit the Cash App or PayPal, it would be greatly appreciated. Because there's no jobs out here for me, I guess. Not ones that give me enough hours to live, at least. But I'm grateful that I get at least a few hours a week. I see a bunch of sinkheads outside driving around though. The entire time I'm talking. A bunch of them. So, I don't know. The other day at work, there was this whitey that like cut us off from traffic. Just like turns right in front of the truck really fast. Like there's another car like in the other lane, like right in front of us, and the whitey just like weaves in between us really fast. And then I just start laughing, and my coworker's like, "Damn, there's some crazy drivers out here, huh?" So, trying to think what else happened. There was a siren this morning. That happened, and it was going off for a long time too. And I was thinking about pulling my phone out and like recording it, but then like they might just turn it off when I pull my phone out or something. So I was just like, fuck it. But it kept going off for like fucking 5 minutes. It was just like driving around really slowly, I think, or something. So my refrigerator just turned on synced. So I can't really think about anything else crazy that happened. I mean, there's a lot of stalkers all day. Constant stalkers. So it's still crazy, but I mean, like, you know what I mean. I see someone walking a dog with a red shirt syncing with the tail lift and the whitey right now. That just happened right now. I delivered this to my house, and she had a dog, and the dog was just in the cage barking, and she's just like, "Shut up, stop barking," or whatever. And I think she was doing it synced. Like every time she said that, she was doing it synced. And I just don't get why people do that in general. Like, even if they're not doing it synced, like, if you say shut up to your dog, like, it's not gonna make it stop barking. It's just gonna keep barking. Like, obviously it's not working, so why do you keep doing it? It's like, stop! Shut up! It's like, you shut up. Like, you're just adding more noise onto the noise of the dog barking. Like, what are you doing? It's not working, bro. Give him a treat or something. Try something else. The fuck? People are retarded. Or they're synced and they're doing retarded shit purposefully. Either way, it's retarded. Then we like, at the first delivery, we like pull up and we're like sitting there waiting for the like the landlord to come so they can let us in the apartment to do the delivery. And like we're just sitting in the parking lot waiting, and there's like these people walking by in the distance in front of us, sinks, and then like all these people they keep coming up, like walking up next to the truck sinks and shit. Cars driving my sink too. And then I figured out what the clicking sound the truck is. It's like this. It's like a odometer, but it like counts hours though. It like counts the amount of hours that the engine is on. So that thing, it syncs, or they sync with it, or whatever. Like every time it clicks, it syncs. It's like an odometer thing. I thought I heard a plane coming. So I don't know if they, I guess they sync things with it, with the odometer thing. But like every time it clicks, there's syncs. I swear to God. I see someone on a bike and a guy walking in a car, and they all sync with each other. And a bunch of other cars in the syncs. It looks neat. The guy walking has a red shirt on. And there's a cop to like mix with the cars. And then there's a bird flying over as the bike gets to the intersection, and it's flying over my head. And there's a lighty truck that looks like it met the bike at the intersection. And then the red shirt guy is getting in a blue car. And then he's pulling off synced with another car driving by. And then he's gonna drive up to the parking lot edge. And there's a white truck driving out, and he turns out on the street. And then I think he synced with his, he synced with his red semi and the whitey truck with the blue car. With the red shirt and the blue cars. We like to have red shirts and blue cars, and blue shirts and red cars. And a red shirt on a blue motorcycle. Or a red shirt guy meeting a red shirt guy on a bike meeting a blue shirt guy on a skateboard at the intersection, or whatever. They like to sync red and blue things. This truck started backing up and beeping right when I walked up. Yep, it was like all the cops on the last video. It was like all the cops in town. And then there was a Wayne Fire Department truck, like a pickup truck. from the Wayne Fire Department yesterday. On the video yesterday, it was like leaving the fire station. Yeah, some days I'll see like no cops. Some days I'll see like a couple cops, and then like today I was seeing a bunch of cops. But just like after I started recording though, probably because I was recording or something. I don't know. They like to switch things up when I start recording, and they just do weird shit, and they're just weird. And they just do weirdo things. Like, I don't see any cops right now. Yet. Oh wait, didn't I see one maybe? I think I saw one. I don't remember. But like the other day I was seeing a bunch of them, like I said, and they were all smiling, waving at me. Like 4 days ago or whatever. And then I was seeing less of them. I think I was still seeing them though, but I was seeing less of them. And then today I see a bunch of them again. And then I might not see any of them tomorrow. I don't know. Or they might do a fake pullover tomorrow. Or whatever. And then that one cop did the fake pullover on that last video. Like he turned his lights on, synced, and turned in front of me, synced. And then he like had someone pulled over when I came up to the street. And he like set off his siren, synced. He's like, so he did a fake pullover, but he didn't do it like in sight. Like I didn't see him pull him over. But I bet if I would have walked by, the guy in the truck would have a red shirt and a 33 plate or some shit like that. And then the cop would give him a ticket right when I walk by or whatever. He would be taking his ID away right when I walk by or whatever. So that's what they do. Like I've said, they don't do the fake pullovers very frequently anymore these days. That was the first one I've seen in a long time today. Or I saw one a couple months ago or whatever on the highway. But other than that, don't really see them anymore. But I used to see them all the time. Like every weekend, they would do a fake pullover, like a fucking ritual. Like every Friday, they would do a fake pullover for like I don't know how long, like a month or 2 months straight or something. They were doing it like every Friday when I worked at Domino's. They would always be doing it, like when I'm delivering or when I'm like at the store or whatever. And like one night when I left work, they did it right at the intersection right next to Domino's. And they just do it like every weekend. And these days they don't really do it anymore though. So I don't know what's up with that. I've caught a few of them on camera though. So go watch my live streams, you'll find them. But yep. One time when I was working at Domino's, they like pulled up with all these cop cars and they like, turned their lights on. They would drive around the building. Like I was sitting over by like the drive-through window, and like they just like drive around the side of the building next to me with their lights on, and like driving around the building, and they're like looking for this guy, and then when I come out on delivery, they're like talking to this guy in the parking lot. He's like next to his car or whatever, and then the cop talking to him in the parking lot, and then like another cop's pulling up as I'm leaving the parking lot on the delivery, and like pulling up and parking next to me as I'm leaving. And then when I come back from the delivery, they're putting the guy in handcuffs right when I get back, like right next to me. That was like at the end of the night. I think that was like the last delivery of the night. We were about to close. And then, so we close, do the cleanup and everything. It takes a long time, like an hour or whatever. And then I come out and they're towing his truck away. The guy that they handcuffed, they're towing his car away right as I walk out. Like directly next to me, and like there's a cop doing a U-turn directly next to me in the parking lot and leaving, and towing the car away right as I walk out. And then the other night, I came out of Domino's at the end of the night and walk up to the intersection. It's like right next to Domino's. And right when I walk up and like walk across the street to the other side of the intersection, and right when I get across, there's a cop in a car, like there's a cop pulling up behind the car, and the car is just like already pulling over before the cop turns his lights on. Like the car is already like slowing down next to me. And I think it was a white SUV if I remember right. And then it just like the cop like turns his lights on, his flashing lights, like right as they drive by me, and then they just turn behind me at the intersection and go in the Domino's parking lot. So, yeah, and it was probably a Friday. They just love to do it on Fridays for some reason. It wasn't always on Friday, I think, but it was like it was like a Friday ritual for a while. I don't know why. And then they've done a few fake pullovers out in the parking lot outside my apartment, like a couple of times. They did one recently, like a week ago or something. And they've only done that a couple of times though. And then there's one time where there's just a cop sitting out in the parking lot, just sitting there. And probably a stalker. So there's a semi taking off synced outside right now. And what's he gonna do when he gets to the edge of the parking lot? Is something crazy gonna happen? This other guy walking up, he's gonna walk next to me when the truck gets to the edge of the parking lot, and he's smiling. Is he smiling because he's synchronizing? He's like, all these black cars look synced with the semi getting to the edge of the parking lot and meeting each other at the intersection, and they're all black. Amazing. And then a whitey synced with the last black car, and then there's a silver car and a black car, and they look synced to each other. And then the whitey looks synced with them. And then the silver car looks synced with the silver car. And then there's another black car in the background that's probably synced with them. Is he synced? Slow down, it's too many syncs. I'm gonna fry my brain. Well, I see more syncmobiles meanwhile. I don't know where the black car in the background went. I feel like he was synced. I'll never know. I hope he's not synced. There's hope. There is hope, because I'm not synced. So I know there's other people out there, and I see other people's videos online, and they're not synced, and I'm not synced. So I know there's hope. But who's not synced out here? I don't know yet. Just looks synced. That's it. It just looks synced. Oh, here's a cop. Is he synced? Did he sync? Probably drove out synced. There's the red cars. They're synced with each other. Multiple red cars synced. I've seen a lot of red cars today too. That's another thing. A lot of red cars synced with each other today. Every day really, but definitely today. A lot of red. And a lot of syncs of other colors, and a lot of red and blue syncs. A lot of pigs synced, and a lot of syncs. A lot of synced birds. And I think I saw a synced cat today. Pretty sure he was a synced cat, probably. So I don't know where the unsynced cats and the unsynced birds and the unsynced squirrels and the unsynced rabbits and the unsynced dogs and the unsynced goats and the unsynced cows and the unsynced geese and the unsynced people are at. But they're out there somewhere. So if you're one of them, hit me up. Oh, I see a piglet. He's synced. Another one. Do they do anything else? What do they do all day? They just eat donuts and sync? And do donuts? Rather eat a donut? And do it synced? And then they fart synced? And then they run back into the pigsty sink? And then there's a tow lift outside? And I think he's synced. They're always synced. Probably is a sync. There's a car door opening right now. Is it synced? There's another tow lift. The car door is opening again, and then it's slamming right as the tow lift right behind the car. Sync. This loud car driving out. There's this red cars sink each other, and the whiteys sink. Haha, we synced on him. We synced on him, and then we said he's a schizo, and then we kept him from getting jobs, so he's broke all the time. Ha! Sync!